Hello, everybody. Let me back up, see who's all here. We have Kevin. Happy Easter, brother. Sling Bus, how are you? Working on your short block. Neil, yes, thank you. If everybody could hit the like button, please. I really appreciate it. It helps with the algorithm. We know that. And Zach and Glenn and John, here we go. And Eternal, we got 15 people in there pretty quick. And Rod, what's up, brother? Let me do a little camera adjustment. Why do I look dark? Maybe that'll help a little bit there. I'm not very good with this ring light thing here, you know. Lord Mark, Lonnie, Toby, and maybe Liam. I'm not sure. And Mad Moose stops by. He's not on the road. Fernando. I like saying it that way. We got 24 people and 15 likes. And I appreciate that. Bill, how are you? My Pennsylvania brother. There we go. I'm just checking everything. Adams and Jim and Darren. We're all rocking in quick there tonight. I'm just checking all my stuff. Let me know if the audio seems okay, the lighting, and CJ stopped in. 32 people, 25 likes. 26 likes. And Otto, what is up? There we go. Just checking a few things real quick. All righty. Glenn, thank you. Thank you very much. You have a brown spot on your cheek. That's age spot. Heidi, what's up? Like number 7. You know, that is funny. This stuff started coming out of nowhere. But yeah, I'm almost 61. It's going to happen. Somebody said on something about holding the lemon there. Yeah. Just popping in real quick, can be here long. I understand, Darren. It's holiday weekend, brother. I completely understand. And Liam will be up in a few. He got his search job started yesterday at Gary Queen. Asked when he's doing his first paycheck, and he said buying stuff for a super. Outstanding. Outstanding. And congrats to him. That is awesome. Lloyd and Daniel and Misty. Happy Good Friday and happy Easter to all. I appreciate that, Darren. Thank you. Thank you. So what's the big plans for Easter, folks? Like, what is going on? I hope everybody's having their families over. I got one more day in the garage tomorrow because I got a complete mess going on. I wanted to film today, but a little secret for y'all. I already got 2 films backed up that are, hey, Paul, how are you? So here's what I got. There's enough in here so far. There's almost 40. We only got 29 likes, so let's kick the like buttons in. Where's Bob at? I'm waiting for Bob to stop in here, Putty, and he'll hear what I got going on here. New hard and soft brake lines, etc. on Saturday. Nice, nice, nice. I still got to do that, Glenn, before I put my transaxle in. Funny you brought that up. I'm mad because I threw a lot of my brake lines out when I should have kept them, because then I could have just took the kit that I have and rebent them the same way. But I got dumb. Not surprised, but I did. Make sure I didn't miss nothing here. I'm actually taking 2 days off. You okay? That's not like you, dear. I'm loving my red shirt. It's comfy and matches my lovely red 71 Super Beetle. Awesome. You know what, Mark, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. The donations that have come in, I really appreciate that. Darren just sent me a very nice donation. A lot of people have, and I really appreciate that. And the support with all the shirts. This is my favorite one, and it shouldn't be, because we have a members logo shirt. I don't know. I can't help it. I really like this one. Hey, Rick, how you doing, buddy? Let me see here. Rod said, tomorrow going to the school fire department doing Easter, then get relatives, get fattened up, and kids sugared up. Oh, yeah. Remember them days, waking up, the Easter bunny, and oh, man. Just to have that feeling inside again. You know what I mean?
Don't forget to thank Bob Putty for sending your donation. Bob Putty.
Isn't that Keith?
Bob Putty sent you.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, I sent it to you a couple days ago.
Oh, okay. He didn't come in yet.
Okay.
Heather was trying to remind me of stuff because my memory, you know. Yeah, I sure miss some days of being little one more time on a holiday, you know. But taking your grandkids to our church tomorrow for a petting zoo and Easter egg hunt. Now that sounds like fun, Moose. That would be fun. Hey, James, what is up, brother? And boom, 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 boom. Okay, Misty, I don't think I got a call from you. I just figured you went to help the husband and got lost. And Tim, what is up? Long time no see. Let's get the likes up, people. Yeah, definitely. We got 45 people. We can use at least 10 more likes. It really helps. I have to get Q7 apart. Yeah, Darren, she's been running into a lot of trouble with her Q7. She was texting me the other night. Built Not Bought, best hoodie there is. I love it. I love this logo that Heather made. I love it. I love it. I love it. The Don't Be an Idiot logo has been selling a lot. I didn't think that many people would buy it unless they think it's me being an idiot, which is quite possible. Easter egg hunt for my grown kids and working on tow hitch and trailer for the bug. I'm stopping by CJ's. If this is for grown people, I want in on the Easter egg hunt. That's all. Scott, what's up, brother? Did you catch any fish today? That is my local brother, Scott. I've known him for almost 25 years, and he didn't send me no pictures a day with fish, and I know he went fishing early at the Montauk River. I don't know. Something's fishy about it. Hey, Willie, what's up, bro? 2 days off. Need to pull me. I'm taking 80 days starting tomorrow. Nice, nice. Yeah, you did say something in text. Ron Messenger, I can't remember now about that. How do you feel about braided accelerator cable versus solid accelerator cable? Fernando, I like the braided, but that's just me. I mean, I'm not the be all end all, you know, with that. So, you know, that's what I prefer, in all honesty. Plans for Sling tomorrow is to try to get the flywheel off the case with a 5-foot breaker pipe. He getting serious about that. Wait, Sling, what's the problem, brother? The gland nut won't break loose. I imagine that's what you might be saying. I just want to make sure we're on the same page, brother. Yeah, I had to help my husband find a nut in the piston. Ugh. But I called you as soon as I came back up the driveway. And Kevin, I didn't make Bug Palooza. How was it? I love how everybody communicates on here. That makes me happy. Looks like Jim Spring swap meet, but washed out tomorrow. You know what, Tim? That's sad. I didn't watch the weather, but I heard Amy had posted and said something about, you know, keeping her fingers crossed, so to speak. I hope our club picnic July 12th don't get rained out, but I can assure you of one thing. That pavilion is massive. So I'm not going to start my brain, you know. It's not breaking loose. Okay. A 5-foot breaker bar. Wow. It should break loose then. That's you know, I know this. You already know all this, brother, but, you know, did you PB blast it a little and do all that stuff? I like to use the torque multiplier. I'm sure you know about them. And if you don't, I didn't know about them years ago. That thing will break any gland nut loose. It's worth $100 and it's good for your drums. It's 36 millimeter. And you put just a little breaker bar on it and it will break it right loose. So I don't know if you have one. If you don't, it might be worth getting. You can even get it quickly overnight. Excuse me, folks. I'm drinking pop for my health. I broke 2 bars of mine. Sling Buzz bought a 3/4 bench Bertha. Alida, what is up, dear? I'm just on the phone with my daughter. We'll be back. Okay, sweetie. And Riverbank, how are you? And how about air impact on a gland nut? And There was a gas heater in my 72. My mechanic, Steven, got it out last week, so happy to see it out. Yeah, you know, Lonnie, I know they were a big deal back in the day. It was probably a Stuart Warner maybe, or maybe a Bosch. I actually gave one away years ago. I would rather have one of them more up-to-date diesel heaters. You know, they're safer. They don't really chug much fuel to begin with. You know, the little diesel tank, you can hit the remote from your house without the car running, warm the interior up, and then go in and rock and roll, you know. Let me see here. Blah, 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 blah. Riverbank Customs, will you be in Sevierville in 2 weeks? Scott Sutton said, good. Oh, you did good. Good, brother. I got the picture you sent of the tugboat today, is what I called it, but I didn't get a picture of any fishies. So I was like, uh-oh. Is it pop, soda, or Coke? Wait, did I say pop? Is that what I said? I probably did because I'm a Yankee. My daughter, though, born and raised Pennsylvania, calls them soda. So I don't know. This is actually Dr. Pepper cream soda. I'm not telling anybody to drink stuff like this because it's not good for you. Wait, I'll take a sip. Just like the commercial. I'm a pepper, you know. To tell you the truth, I like cream soda. I can't help it, but Heather limits me on it. So lots of German language on it. There we go. Wonder what that was then. I know there was my desk chair just got stuck. There we go. I know there was Stuart Warner, but then again, I don't know as much about the gas heaters because I kind of always stayed clear of them. And some people will tell you, I have one and I've never had a problem, but I just don't feel comfy about them. I don't get a warm and fuzzy feeling. I just recovered a 2,500-pound electric winch from the copper thief. Now I'll be installing it on my 68 bug slingshot. I appreciate them for leaving it for me. And I'm thinking ordering the torque multiplier. Has been trying to wait to order more parts till I get the case open. Yeah, Sling, you know what? You can't go wrong. I did a couple videos on them when I installed my flywheel and the rear drums. And I had one drum that my car was in a junkyard. I pulled it out and saved it, the one I'm doing. I seem to have a habit of doing that. But the one nut, when I looked at it, I was like, uh-oh. But that torque multiplier, and no, I don't own stock in it. Wished I did. Man, it makes life simple because when you're torquing to that, say, 253 foot-pound, you're putting your torque wrench on and torquing it to 28 pound. I think I'm pretty close with that. But when you got to get a nasty one like you're dealing with to break loose, oh, those things are a godsend. I'm telling you, they're amazing. But honestly, 4-foot tube and a long ratchet, normally enough to break a gland nut. I've never had a problem with a long enough breaker bar. Actually, you know, I use a jack handle or something, but I can't say enough about them torque multipliers. They are so nice. Kevin, what is Riverbank Customs? And CJ, it's Pop. Tim's my buddy. He lives about 2 hours away. So he says Pop. Not going to make it to circle your wagon in 2 weeks. Sorry. Yeah, cream soda, Lord Mark. I love cream soda. I don't know if anybody ever heard of this because I don't know if it's a Northeastern thing, but Nehi, Nehi, was part of Royal Crown Cola when I was young. Here we go with my dumb stories, I know. But see, you came in here, so that's what happens. They used to make a blue cream soda. It was so good. But when something's good, they quit making it. It's really weird. Kevin, I've seen a member in here, High River Bank. And Alida said, Slade, I'm probably glad to let you know that I have fixed the brake lights. Outstanding. I know you were having some problems there. That's why I said to you that one day, wait until tomorrow, and I was going to get on video with you. But you got that done, and that's awesome. What was it? Because it is so hard for me to stay up even on the group on Facebook. I do try to. I got Walmart cream soda right now with jerky. Man, jerky is so expensive. I mean, it always has been, but oh, I love beef jerky. Hey, Micro, what is up? And Darren, I think Riverbank's in California. I seen the Townsend VW show last year. And Rick, he says he is new here and just started a resto in his 68 Baja. So welcome in, Rick. Everybody give him a big hello. And thank you, River. And told me to change the switches that are attached to Master Cylinder. I missed them also. I missed delivery of them next month. Alita, did you already, I guess you put the switches in your Master. Just check them for leaks, honey. Make sure they're not leaking, and hopefully you didn't put tough tape on them. But I'm sure you're already past that, you know. And that is such good news. I've used my torque multiplier. Oh, I got to order switches. Crap, because I got to do my brake lines next week. I forgot. And I have the 68 Master Cylinder with 3 switches on it. And my new German or whatever in the heck I bought, Brazilian Master, like a year ago, has 2 ports. So I'm going to have to buy 3-prong switches. I don't know why I just told everybody that. But to make the stupid little idiot brake light work that's on the dashboard. I've used my torque multiplier many times. Love it. I agree, Glenn. They're awesome. I can't say enough about them. They're definitely... It keeps the F-bomb from getting dropped. You know what I mean? Let me see here. There we go. I agree on those torque tools. I got one. It's a back saver. Oh, it is, Rod. It is. I wished I had one years ago, but I was always too stubborn and broke, and I'm always broke. I'm used to that in life. But my buddy Ted said, here, I don't really use this much. Just keep it in your toolbox. If I need it, I'll let you know. Which I'm going to be checking his convertible out soon. He's been having some problems, so you might end up seeing that on video. When I'm doing some of the members' cars, when they stop by, I tell them I'll do the work for free, but it's going to be stuck on video, and they don't mind. You know, multiplier on the shelf and can have it in 1-2-2 days. Misty says so, and that's what I was getting at, Misty. It's worth it. It's only a day or two, you know. Let me see here. Torque multiplier works great. I just think it'll help him. He'll break it loose with no problem. It'll be just effortless. In Arkansas, it was Coke. New Jersey, it was soda. Okay, it's pop, all regional. So, CJ, are you saying, like, when you say Coke, but what if it's Pepsi? Like, I'm not even being a wise guy. Did they still refer to pop and sodas as Coke? I'm just curious about that. The old Volvo will be going to Shenley Park late July. Time to have fun on the track with it. You know what, Willie? Heather was on me last year about going to the Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix, and it was clearly my fault because my son went with his girlfriend, I say his fiance, and we were going to go, then we didn't, and I figured out it's a pain in the butt to park down there and taking a shuttle, and I'm like, I don't feel like it. I should probably take Heather because she loves old cars. I got venison jerky, I should clarify. Thanks, Rod. I feel better now. I only had venison jerky one time, probably 20 years ago. My boss, although I don't know if I wanted to eat his food the way he did weird stuff, but he had venison jerky, and I did try a little taste of it, and it was really good. Wow. Yummy. I like the blue cream soda. My favorite is Henry Weinhardt's. I don't know that one, Mark. That might be where you live. I'm not familiar with that one, though. And you're welcome, Rick. I'm glad you stopped in. We do this every Friday night at 9. Probably 5% car chat. The rest is just having fun. Riverbank Customs, City, Alabama, also on YouTube. And welcome aboard, VW family. I'm going to catch up quicker. Taking grandsons to Bugorama. ICT's all German. Spring filling next weekend. Oh, that sounds fun. And hi, Rick, because I know I'm getting behind here. Let me see. And there we go. Slade, you need to tell people about the lives on Fridays in your videos. Had a couple people this week didn't know about your videos. Oh, crap. I didn't think about it, Misty. The video that'll be up this Sunday, of course, has Misty's tip of the week. Since we started that, I've been having a lot of fun. At the end of my videos, I always say, here's Misty's tip of the week. I love it. And I talk about Dan with VW Trends at the beginning, since we are now in his magazine. Every 3 months, there's a Slades article in VW Trends magazine, which I think is so awesome of them to do to get the channel to grow even bigger than it is now. And that might not be a bad idea. Every once in a while, say, see you in a live chat, right? But probably not often enough, Misty. I'm glad you said that. That'll be stuck in my brain now. Although I got 2 videos backed up already that I'll tell everybody about. Torque multiplier, best $100 toy I ever bought. Oh, I agree, Otto, no doubt. And it was Alabama, Georgia. Soon I got the Beetle Bailey out, our first drive the other day. Didn't go very far, but he ran flawlessly. Still lots of work to do yet, though. I did see that Jim Micro when I had seen it, because I seen the door open on it and thought, no, that's a cool shot. Rick Fenton, I'm going Baja myself, 64, as soon as I get ex-wife crap settled. Yeah, that's important. Dance with a torque multiplier. Anyhow, sometimes you guys say crap, and I think I say stuff off guard. Torque multiplier is the best and most accurate way to torque your flywheel. Oh, I agree 100%. And it makes life easy too. We looked at an 81 Rabbit truck today. The buddy, of course, has for sale, trying to talk ourselves out of buying it. No, grab that. Oh, that's unique, at least in my area, Northeast. You don't see stuff like that. O'Reilly had the German switches for $27.99 each. O'Reilly's carried those? Wow. I didn't even know they carried. I know they carried like an alternator my buddy bought from them, but I didn't know they carried stuff like that. And happy wife, happy life, take Heather. Yeah, I probably should. I mean, I can take her, or take, another female. It don't matter, but, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're just down to the City Winery Slades for a show. Awesome venue. Oh, that's cool, Tim. Outstanding. Still Coke. Sprite, Dr. Pepper, Knee High, all in general, just Coke, but that is in Arkansas. Hey, speaking of Arkansas, I know I just went off track because I do. Was Arkansas? Oh, wait, never mind. Forget it. I was thinking something about the movie American Graffiti, but I think that was based in Anaheim, California. Trini, how are you, dear? That is a very good friend of Heather and I. She lives right down the street, who will be coming up to see the pond in motion soon here. Heather's feverishly trying to get it running. And Trini, I don't know, I won't get off the beaten trail here. I sent you a Snapchat earlier. I couldn't save that photo on there. So if you can save it to my text, or send it to Heather, because I wanted her to see that photo. And no, don't nobody say nothing stupid. It was nothing. It was innocent. Kept my first car was VW Rabbit diesel truck. Was in a family for years. I think those are cool. I really, really do. Rabbits are good on mileage. I guess I'm not buying it. Space, do you know my buddy Greg from Just Buggin', Tampa, Florida? I like Greg. I get along good with him. I really do. And I was actually on the phone with him a couple times. And with him and I on the phone, it was like a party. Yes, Mindy's tips are great. Yeah, Misty's tips are great. They really are, in all honesty. I like putting them on because it gives that break from me going, okay, this, okay, that. It's like, okay, here's Misty's tip of the week. I think it enhanced the channel, and I appreciate her doing that. And she does put it on her Facebook page, if you ever want to hit like on her page and follow it on Facebook. Also, remember, everyone, VW Friends ships free with your order, and that's with the VW store. And the Baja Bandito, welcome in. And glad you guys are joining. I'm trying to catch up here. You too can tag along in the pit area. I was testing it today in the neighborhood. Glad I did have a couple adjustments fine-tuned. When I get back 5 days, vintage race. When is the vintage Grand Prix, Willie? I really don't know. Isn't that July or something? Or maybe August. I can't remember. I got it. I'll send to Heather. Okay, Trini. I didn't know if you seen my message or not because I was busy in the yard aggravating Heather. And then when you said that, not that anybody has to verify anything, Trini, but I'm excited about that situation is what I'll say on here, because of stuff. Oh, never mind. I love hanging out with Greg at Bug Jam. You know what? And from talking to him on the phone, and my chat just flew off the rafters here. There we go. He is a super cool guy. I've talked to Dalton on the phone too before, his son, which is also the name of my son. And those two are so down to earth. And I mean that. I'm not just saying that. I've spent time on the phone with them, and they are just so cool. Greg and I have similar personalities when I'm off film, if you know what I mean. So we do hit it off. He is an awesome guy. What you see is what you get with him. He's cool. Yeah, I was surprised as well, but that is where I got my switches. Yeah, Elite, I know they carried an alternator. They do carry AC Delco points that a lot of people were using for Beetles. Kind of weird, huh? But honestly, that is weird that they carried the switches. That's crazy. 19th and 20 July. And you know what, Willie? You're telling me that. I'll remember it because it's a day after my birthday. But as things would have it, you will have to remind me because I'll forget again. And I think Heather would like to go to that because she enjoys old Mercedes, stuff like that, because we've had quite a few of them in the past. Based in Modesto. Okay, I don't know why I said Anaheim. Anaheim, California. One of the movies that I like, one of my favorites is American Graffiti, but there was Anaheim, California. Who knows where my brain went? American Graffiti, I love that movie so much. Jim's Custom Soapy show tomorrow. Yeah, Jim, I hope you don't get washed out, brother. They're calling for a lot of rain. I hope that don't happen. I really do. Brian got a hold of me earlier, but I can't make it tomorrow. And I can't make it on the 12th off of the Sleeve of July because of my meet ended up running parallel. So I'll go to their fall event, is what I'll do. Slade keeps making videos, weekly messages. Hey, Misty, I need the tip of the week. And Misty, your videos are great. I learn a lot. I like when she does it because not only does it add to the community's channel, but it breaks up what I'm doing. If I'm doing a transmission video and then you get bored towards the end when I say, okay, Misty's tip of the week, it kind of puts some pizzazz into it. I like it. I really do. P.S. Do you have a max time you want on those? I have those break videos I wanted to send, but I know they're lengthy. Can you cut them down enough? I'm not sure. Yeah, I can edit them down. I try to keep it within 3 to 5 minutes, like quick transitioning, if you caught what I did. I just added yours to a video that's going up. It's not this Sunday. It's the following Sunday. It was crap. I think it had to do with the brackets for the brakes. I'm almost positive, in all honesty. Let me see here. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you. Hollywood Nights. Was that Anaheim, California? I have that one too, Rick. That is a good movie. Hollywood Nights, American Graffiti, more American Graffiti. One of my favorites is from the 80s, is King of the Mountain with Dennis Hopper and Mark Hamlin, maybe, or something. That was where they had the Porsche 356. Fell in love with the movie when I was a kid, young adult. And then years ago, I was watching something on YouTube. There's a surprise. And they said that was a kit car. That was a stroked Beetle motor kit car Porsche because they couldn't afford the real deal for the movie. So then I really liked it when I seen that. Jeremy, good human brother, how are you? I'm glad you stopped in. And the rabbit truck we were looking at belonged to an old man that passed away. Came out with a diesel, but the old man put a gas engine ID for rabbit car in it. It's been sitting for a while. Yeah, but I had a rabbit. I don't know what year I had now. That was really long ago. they're good running cars. They really, really are. I mean, even if he threw that in there, that's fine. You'll still be very happy with it, you know. Thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, everybody, please hit the like button. We have 55 people, but we only have 47 likes. So please just hit the like button, and then come back in. And Misty, thanks for the lifesavers on my last package. I always look forward to those. Perfect. Sorry, Tata, I wasn't sure. I know there's a ton of information in those 2 videos, and the lifesavers are a great touch. I like them too. I do. I just watched Hollywood Nights. Tony's my favorite character from Who's the Boss show. DW, welcome in, brother. Yeah, you know what? That Chevy in there, that yellow Chevy was wicked. I mean, there was a lot of good music in that, Rod. Like American Graffiti, Hollywood Nights, of course, more American Graffiti. I'm trying to remember my favorite movies, that type of feel. Just the music is great. I think that when I'm needing to be in that mood, those are the movies that put me where I want to be. Although they're before my time, you know, just the way things were. At the Baja, you're welcome. There's appreciation, blah, 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 blah. Business, thankfully, customers go. Okay, rabbit trucks are cool. My sister had an 84 Rabbit Diesel, almost no power. Dude said pizzazz. He surely has pizza on his mind. Oh, I like pizza. I could live on it and nothing else forever and ever. Dr. V. Dubwin is up. Hollywood Nights has a cool chop Volkswagen that pulls into the drive, and it really sounds good. You're right. Was it like a brownish color, I believe? I remember crap like that, but I don't remember what I did 2 days ago. Isn't that sweet? But I think it was like a brownish type of color, you know. And Darren, you're supposed to talk me out of it. Oh, Kevin, you need this. April wants you to have it. She texted me and said, please tell Kevin to get this. Please, I'd be so happy. It happens, you know. Lisa, how are you, dear? Welcome in. Brian, how are you? Rabbit pickup a TDI turbo diesel would be awesome. Oh, yeah. Brian is my to-go-to that I've been working on my transmission. So who do I call and bother? Brian. But he's supposed to come over and see me soon. So I want to get Brian on video. Anne, how are you? New member says hello. So everybody say hello to Anne. Thank you for being here. And we have 56 people and 57 likes. That's weird. Turk was the man. New bomb Turk. The whole movie was good. It really, really was. And then he had the El Camino, his brother's El Camino, and Pie Wagon, and I don't know. I think there was a GTO in that too, like a 67 GTO or Le Mans. I can't remember now. And Lisa is hanging in there. I'm glad to hear that, honey. I hope you're feeling well. And nice to meet you, Anna. Soon. I hope so, Brian. Looking forward to hanging out with you. And I know you work and it's busy, and I get it, but pretty soon we'll have to hang out and get some coffee or iced tea in the garage and shoot the crap, brother. Rabbit diesels bring a lot of dollars. Oh, in my area, yeah, they would Riverbank. There's no doubt about that. Hi, Ann. Howdy, Ann. Thanks, Slade. You're welcome. Long as April's not sitting there listening, I'm safe. I don't need her showing up at the picnic and get me in a headlock. We all suffer from CRS. I blame it on saving money for movie quotes and car trivia. And it is sad because my memory sometimes, I think there's too much going on all the time, not like years ago, you know. And I'll remember a saying from a movie from 40 years ago. Then you ask me, what did we need while we're at the store? And I'm like, I don't know. This is a great group. Welcome to our community, to all family members. Hi, Ann. Everybody's saying hello to Ann, which is awesome. Yep, Wheatley had the GTO. Yeah, okay. I thought it was hard to remember. Finished the wave metropolitan today. I had a clutch overstroke condition. Fixed it by swapping in master push rod with awesome spite, zipping around with her massive 26 horsepower. You're ready to race a Hellcat with that baby. That is cool, though. When you showed me your collection on FaceTime, I thought that was nice. And it was nice of you to take out the time and do. I'm having another sip of Coke. See, I called it Coke. Memory, not money. Yeah, money's a lot of fun. Let me see. Where for man? Q, I think we had a Q drop. I don't know what that meant. Q. I had a 72 El Camino SS 402. Ooh, okay, Rick. That humped a mail. 396 over to a 402. That really. Oh, I love small block and big block Chevys. Slade, did you notice the window winders and the pick? Oh, crap. No, I didn't. Hey, can you do me a favor? When you get a chance, James, or Micro, I keep doing that. Can you take a picture of it head on? And then can you take a picture of it pointed down? The gap between your panel and the handle. Another guy that did them loved them. So obviously, did you have to bend yours? But I think you ran 1/4 inch foam and I ran 1 inch. Ugh, too late now. But I'm just curious how much room you have. I'll be able to tell by looking at it. Just ordered VW Trends. Where are folks coming in from for the picnic? We have people coming to our club picnic from Wisconsin, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Maryland, Jersey, New York, and of course, Pennsylvania, Texas. I'm like blown away. Like, there's people coming from all over the place for the picnic this year. I'm so excited about it. And Ann is New Jersey. So Ann's coming in from New Jersey. I'm just kidding. Aggravate everybody about the picnic. Get out of the headlock with a torque multiplier. Oh, crap. April is here. I want it to. I won't hurt you. Okay. That was close. That was close. Because last year at the picnic, April said, hi. And I said, hi. And she smacked me in the face. But, you know, it's all good. She didn't mean no harm. But no, April actually came to the Slade shop before they ventured back home to Kentucky. And I got a big hug and a picture. And that was fun. It really was. Let me see where I'm at here. Boom, boom, boom. I hit the button and the whole chat just flew off like a 1/4 mile racetrack. There we go. Jersey. The offset works really well with the custom door panels. Yeah, and you know, Jim, I had a lot of people. Those are not cheap handles, but they're effective and they work. You had 1/4 inch. I got 1 inch, which I got a little carried away there. So I just wanted a down shot and see if I've got to pull mine off. I don't think I'll have to. I should be okay. And thanked everybody for the welcome. You saw 1 of 3 garages. Yeah, I remember, brother, when we were on FaceTime. Is that what we were on? I think we were on FaceTime. We were video chatting, and and then I felt bad. As in my videos, I joke around a lot, and I say, yep, I just found me a Yugo. Well, because you don't even see Yugos. Willie's on chat with me live, and he's like, check this out. And his collection of cars was a Yugo. And I'm thinking, I hope he didn't take that wrong, because you just don't see them at all. And I just got some running boards in New Jersey for my 2019. Very nice. And Scott Slater, how are you? Made them for the first time in a while. Finally, a Friday off. Nice. I'm glad you stopped in, brother. Yes, I could do that, but yep, still lots of space. Okay, I figured there was, but I know you'll know what angles to take and everything, and I appreciate that. And Rod is in Minnesota, so we have Minnesota. This year's, I'm glad I got a lot bigger of a space this year for the picnic, because it is going to be big. No need to modify them, Slade. I think they'll work even for you. Yeah, you know what? They should. And you know what, Jim? Heather just bought me quarter-inch foam for the back panels because the seat is such a tight fit, although I don't want a seat in mine, but we're still debating back and forth on that. John, what is up? No, you're not late. It's only 9:30, a little past 9:30. I couldn't find my clock. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Your photo just went in a video with you and Misty, not the one that's coming out this Sunday, but the following Sunday, because my videos are backed up. So I hope it was okay. That one you took with Misty, I didn't say your last name, and you guys, that photo's in the video for the following Sunday, not this one. I thought it was a cool shot. That's awesome. I hope to make it, but the wife is trying to schedule a beach trip this weekend. I'm too fluffy for the beach in July. That was a way of putting it. I hope you do make it. Your nose is growing. I've always had a big nose. Hey, you did give me a hug, though. You did. Yeah, you folks are awesome. You really are. Baha, welcome to my world. So I said to Heather recently, it says a lot of my shirts aren't fitting. Something's wrong. Well, yeah, it's called that. From me eating too much junk. Heather eats healthy, not me. She's over there eating healthy and I'm eating stupid, but that's my own fault. Biggest engine I ever had was in my 81 Riv, straight 6, 302. Still prefer my 70 Super 50 horsepower at the wheels. You know what? The straight 6s, no matter if it was the slant 6 by Mopar, the 300 from Ford, the 250 or 292 from Chevy, man, the straight 6, you can't beat them. They were workhorses. Heather's Nova had a 250 in it, and it just ran. And I don't know if she pounded that Nova when I wasn't in it with her, but she probably did. I don't. I'm the first to admit it. The Yugo is a turd of a car, but I got 2 in another car deal. Yeah, but you know what? You may call it a turd of a car, but I think it's unique to actually have one, in all honesty. Slade, I used 1/2 inch. Okay, I couldn't remember, Jim, what it was. I just knew you didn't do 1 inch. And my 1 inch looks good. I mean, it is nice on the fronts, but on the backs, I got 1/4 inch because that seat fits so tight. Although, like I said, 3 pics in Messenger. Okay, I'll check them whenever when I get off of here. Thank you so much. I didn't want a back seat. I wanted to build my own thing in the back, but Heather knows what's best. She has a good eye for stuff. I don't. I used 1/4 sew through on my door cards, and it worked great for stock handles. Yeah, I did the 1 inch Bandito, and they come out good. Heather did them. They look beautiful, but I'm going to have to get the special handles, Cool, looking forward to seeing it. Yeah, John, I just slipped it in. Sometimes I get behind on stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I thought it was a really good picture. I really do. Need a seat for Sylvia? Absolutely. Was it thickness foam backing works best when covering interior panels, and where do you source it? Brian, I got mine at Hobby Lobby. When Joanne Fabrics was open, they were just stupid expensive, and sadly they closed down anyhow, but I kind of think it was partially their own fault. They were really high priced. So Hobby Lobby was 1/4 of the price on their foam. And I did grab the 1/4 inch from Walmart recently, though. Poly foam or something in a roll. It's 1/4 inch. And Hobby Lobby also has, and I'm not a spokesperson for them, Heather probably is. That's where I got my vinyl from because I can't afford real leather, obviously. And it was 1/4 of the price than everybody else. And what do we got here? Joseph, what's the group's favorite for closest to OEM quality among Wolfsburg, West J Bugs, and etc.? And does anybody know where I could buy hold down springs for my generator brushes? I don't know if Misty carries those or not. I'll see what she says if she answered you when I scroll down here, Ann. And let us know if you're on the Facebook group, Slades VW Community, because you'll get quick answers on there too, also. And it's the water you use to wash your clothes. Thanks, Bandito. You helped me out on that one. I feel a little better now. You know I wasn't calling you fat. I said your nose is growing because you said I stopped you. I know that. Just a Whisberg has been the highest quality of my experience, and the packing is impressive when they ship. And I got mine at CIP1 and it wasn't that expensive. And Joseph, depends on what you need. There we go. And those handles will work for you, Slade. I still have a lot of space, as you will see in the pics. I appreciate you sending those. I do. I knew they would work for you, but I questioned my 1-inch, so I might as well order them. Bug City has the springs for generator brushes. Wow, I forgot about Bug City. Holy crap. I completely forgot about them. Who's the one that closed down? Wasn't it like aircold.net or something like that? I think they closed down. I'm pretty sure. We got our 1/2-inch foam through Amazon. And I just got some updated seat belts for the 6-day leg slingshot. Slow and steady working on her. Nice, James. Awesome. I was going to try to utilize my seat belts, but my back ones seem okay, but the front ones are just a little bit crap unless I try to recondition them. But it's always good for safety reasons, to make sure that you get quality seat belts, especially since we're lacking. I don't know. Does your Beetle have airbags? Because mine don't. Good quality and cheap. Use that Brazil shop. Shipping takes 3 weeks, but I'm satisfied with their work. I don't know who you mean, Willie. Brazil shop. I don't know who that is, brother. Don't forget the AMC 258. You got me, and I like AMC. Great 6-cylinder. Last duration was on the Jeep 4.0. Oh, God, the Jeep 4.0 ran forever, literally. And a couple of the Grand Cherokees had some piston slap. I don't know about the XJs. You tell I like Jeeps. But those, I was always an AMC fan. My Javelin had a 360 in it, and I'm not saying it beat everything in the street, but once I had put I think it was a Wyand intake back in the day with a 4-barrel dual exhaust. I was a kid, I only had so much money. That 360 ran good. I forget what gearing I had though, but it was a really nice running car. I used to have Fiat 128 sedan with that car, never had a problem. Then they sold it to the Slovenians and went down the toilet. Oh, wow. I've never owned a Fiat. Hey, Scott, good night, brother. Give me a yell tomorrow. I'll be home all day tomorrow. I'm not going anywhere. I got a lot of crap to do in the garage tomorrow. So I hope you did well today. What seat belts? Hey, Slade, glad to catch someone alive tonight. Kentucky Ridge jumped in. What year did you start on the 68? The 6-cylinders engines were too good. That's why the government phased them out. Well, of course that's why. That's absolutely why. What year did I start in the 68? I think I've been filming that for a couple of years. Honestly, Kentucky, if I wasn't filming, it'd probably be done in 6 months. But that's how it happens, and that's perfectly fine with me. It'll be done over the summer, though, and then I'll be putting Heather 77 in. It's sometimes can become a financial thing with the parts. They're not cheap anymore, that's for sure. Does anyone? Oh, there we go. Does anyone sell repair ends for Napoleon hat? Right side is good, but left is rotted. Ugh. I hate dealing with that crap. I don't know. See what somebody says on here, because I never had to buy that. I know there's a place called Classic Fab, but I think they're mostly older Beetles, like 50s. I used Clocker Home panels. I think that's what they're called. I'm probably pronouncing it a little bit off because I had to get the wings for the back quarter panels, and they fit pretty nice. So a lot of your major distributors carry them, but I'm not sure if Misty sells panels or not. But when you punch that in on a lot of the big vendors, you're going to see a lot of that come up, with the Clocker Home. Jeep 406 bulletproof. Oh yeah, my son had one in his Grand Cherokee. I don't remember what year it was. Maybe an 03. Like, I really don't remember. And he was not nice to that vehicle, and he shouldn't have been. He was like 18 or 19. He was having fun. A little bit of piston slap I heard once, and that was it. It just kept running. My newer Grand Cherokee has the 3.6 in it, the V6. Besides some rocker arm stuff that's under warranty, they're supposed to be pretty good, but sure wished it had a straight 6 in it. No airbags, no power steering, and that means less problems, in all honesty. Ricky, you might be better off to buy the full hat and cut down to what you need. That probably is not a bad idea, in all honesty. B18 and B20 engines are the longest 100 miles running engines. 3.5 million. Woo! Yep, what Bandito said. Exactly. They don't make half of what you are all expensive, and then you cut off what you need. Okay, we all had an agreement on that one. Yeah, Bandito, that's what I'll do. And yes, I sell panels. I should do a store tour for you guys, follow over the inventory. I didn't, Misty, I couldn't remember, to be honest with you, and I didn't want to put you on a spot. Love the 327 on my 65 Impala Super Sport. 327 was a really great engine. All the small block Chevys were, especially the 283. It was so good they quit making it. When you get a motor that just won't blow up, time to get it off the assembly line. And I'm not putting Chevy down. That's one of Heather's favorites, is small block Chevy. But it seems like every time they get something really good, it's like, uh-oh, we're not selling no cars. Although I do believe car sales are down over the last couple of years. Even the current, I believe new car sales and everything are down now. Misty, I'm trying to talk my boss stopping by in June when we go to Allentown for recertification. I didn't know Allentown was near there. I've done just part of my Napoleon hat, and it worked out fine on my 64. Nice. Wished I had a 64. I wished I had a oval, and I know I'll never own one now because, my God, the prices on them now are ridiculous. I can't believe what some of this stuff is going for now. I mean, we used to buy these Beetles for $200-300 years ago and fix them up and ride them around, but the prices I'm seeing now is insane. I'm glad I got 2 of them here. And then I'll have to, like I said, I'm going to probably, after Heather's Beetle's done, the following project that I'm going to do a kit car. I've been wanting to do a 356 really bad. So it'll still be fun on the channel because it's a kit car, but the rest of it is still all air-cooled Volkswagen, But I've been on a transmission thing lately. As you've seen, I did the teardown. Sunday's video will be the differential bearing because it gave me trouble. The following week is strip and paint everything. It's a time-lapse video. And then the conversion for the bearing, and then put it all back together and reshim the axles and everything. But in the meanwhile, I'm not going to film what I'm doing because it might be boring. I'm going to bend to put all the brake lines in. So then I can just put the swing axle right back in. All the good deals seem to be in Arizona. Oh, I agree. Oh, yeah, I agree there. Where I live, Bandito, I'm Pennsylvania. You ain't getting no good deal here. I mean, everything's rusted out, or if it is clean, then you got to remortgage your home, the whole thing. It stinks. The 5.3 Vortec and Chevy trucks is the same as 327 upgrades of Silverado FS. The 5.3 is what my son has in his Silverado, his work truck, or his daily driver. I don't know. He uses it for both. And I believe the 5.3 Vortec is what he slammed into his 78 Olds Omega. Pretty much looked like a Nova Chevelle. He just decided that's it. I don't like the Olds motor. It was a 307. It was a dog economy motor. And in his slanted driveway in the gravel, without asking for help, because I didn't know what he was doing over his house, he ripped everything out and put in a 5.3 Vortec, and he put in a 700 R4. And he's never even worked on cars before. Like, he just started doing this stuff. He does flooring, hardwood flooring for a living, and he was doing that stuff. And he just showed up one day, and he's like, hey, listen to how it's running now. I'm like, wow. 3.6 I haven't been to do, but the Sterlings catch my eye. There's a lot of different, oh, there's a Tabitha. I thought I heard the cat. The 356, the only reason I might not be able to is if I would have to like get financially drowned, because I know it's probably not cheap to get one, in all honesty. Uh, I'm not real big on the Bradleys because I've seen so many of them. And I don't think anybody's really making them anymore if they are. I'm trying to find one like kind of marketplace where somebody lost interest and never finished it. That's the ones to grab. Picked my 70 standard for $90. Wow, that was cheap. Wow, that was really cheap. Government keeps jacking around with car regulations. Hopefully that is over for now. I hope so too, Otto. I mean, repossession rates are high and everything. I mean, I'm just hoping that prices come down and everything. And I know that takes time. I understand that. Our gas is high in Pennsylvania, but in Pennsylvania, I was seeing what the cat was doing, her little rag doll. Our taxes are really high here on certain things, and fuel is one of them. Right now, our fuel's like $3.69 a gallon or something. It's like, come on. And then I talked to Kevin the other night. We have a little group chat we talk in, and I think he said theirs was maybe $2.50, or I can't remember now. It was a lot cheaper than ours. Average out here in Human Zone around the autograph price for late 60s. They need a ton of work. Is between $3 and $5 grand. Yeah, that's about the same here. Late 60s to mid 70s bug that needs a ton of work is $3 to $5 grand. I've seen some for about 2,000 or 3,000 near me that need a lot of work. So yeah, but it still seems like your Arizona cars might be a little more solid than ours. I'm guessing the Super Beetle that I did on the channel, the first one that I did, that actually was an Arizona car, and wow, what a pleasure. There was no rust. It was all faded and beat up, but there was no rust, and that was really a treat for me in Pennsylvania. Rust Belt. Used some baling wire to mock up the brake line fitment for the bends, twists, and turns. Oh, absolutely, CJ. And I am so mad because I started taking the brake lines all off. I just snipped them and pulled them off because I want all new brake lines. And usually I'll tape them off and say, I call it transaxle, the left to right and the back over the transaxle, that weirdly bent one. I don't know what happened one day. I was cleaning a garage out, must have threw them all out. And I'm like, really? So I'll be using wire to imitate what I need, and I'll get it. I was going to film I was going to label the film complete brake line job, but then I didn't know if it would be boring. So I don't know whether to film it or not. Oh, thank you. I love Tabitha. She's a sweetheart. She really is. She's actually just turned, I think she's 7 months now. And I never knew nothing about the ragdoll breed until Heather started doing some research. And oh, I love her to death. Lily is very good with her. My Rottweiler loves her, It was 307s were gutless. I had an 87 Cutlass. I slapped that old 350 in it. Oh, nothing like the Gold Rocket 350 was in my dad's olds when I was young. Great motor. Yeah, when my son picked up the Oldsmobile, he had bought it. It's a 2-door bucket seats, floor console. What do you call the Olds Omega? They I forget. It's the special edition. But he got it off of some old guy, and it got brought here on a flatbed because he didn't want to drive it from Pittsburgh. I almost choked. I looked underneath it and it looked brand new. 2-door. I was like, wow, is that nice? So he's definitely got a nice, good, solid car. Quarter panels are all solid, original. It was like, wow, he did good on that. Toby forgot to mention that was in 1988. Let me see, because I'm getting here. For the $90. I was wondering. 70-foot standard. 70 foot? I can't remember what he meant. 70-foot standard. School tax. Oh, it's ridiculous. Our taxes in Pennsylvania, we're called a commonwealth. I never really looked it up to see But a lot of times when I say something to somebody about our taxes are higher, our cigarettes, our gas, our everything, is taxed, they go, "Oh, it's because you're a Commonwealth." And I know we are, but I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? Because I'm only 60 years old. I didn't have time to look it up. Don't kiss the cat on the lips for at least 2 meals. Yes, less rust. Oh yeah, when I did that, it was a 73 Super Beetle. It's that red one that was on the channel first. And I was like, wow, like there was zero rust on that car. Zero rust. I've never dealt with that before. But the 68 I'm on came from the scrapyard. So I had some rust to deal with. And I'm getting there on it. I mean, if I had globs of money sitting in the bank, it would have been done quicker. But family first, house first, and that's what matters. But it will be done by the end of summer and on a road and finished, and then I'll get Heather's in next. Baja, be where are you at? Oh, there we go. And 259 fuel here in Kentucky. Okay, I thought you said 250, so I was pretty close. Ours is 369, I believe, is what it was, because I complained about it the other night when we were out. And our Jeep has like a 26-gallon tank in it or something. Filling that is just kills you. I just saw Bradley just a couple weeks ago. If I find it again, I'll pass it on to you. Thank you. Every once in a while, I'll see them on the I almost said Craigslist, the marketplace, and usually it's somebody that got one and they just lost interest, is what it was. And usually they can be bought fairly cheap. But interiors and all rubber are usually rotted out. Oh, yeah, definitely, Micro, because the 73 Arizona car that I did get, it sat like from the early 80s in Pennsylvania, stored in a garage. But the dash, the whole interior was just smoked. It looked like somebody took a heat gun to everything. And I still have the dash, since they don't make those dashes anymore. I'm going to refurbish it and do a video on dash refurbishment, and then I'll throw it up and sell it on the marketplace because I'm not going to need it. $299 in Minnesota. Is that, Rod, is that normal for you guys? Like, because I don't know Minnesota very well. My 68 was from Arizona. The only rust, battery tray. Oh, you're lucky, Rick. I could deal with that. I could definitely deal with that. That's nice. Good night, all. Had my molar extracted and numbness just wore off. The pain is real holes right side of my face. Good night, Alita. Get some rest, honey, and we'll catch up with you next time. And I hope you rest well tonight, because I know that's not fun at all, getting tooth extraction done, especially on molar. Same with my battery tray. I'm in Virginia, close to Richmond now. And take care of Alita. Trey even, auto spell. When is Heather going to drop a new video? That's a good question, James. She's been really, really busy with a lot of other stuff, so I don't know. She did work out all day in the pond and the garden doing stuff, because we're having something go on here this summer in July, and she'll have the stuff done anyhow, but she didn't focus on a video right now. I have something coming for her, and I says it'd be pretty cool for you to drop the new GoPro down into the pond to see the fish swimming around. I just thought it was something neat. I don't know if anybody would even like to see something like that. Brake lines, did you go stainless steel auto? I wished I did. But I had a kit in the garage, and I hated to waste it, and mine ought to like never be out in the winter, and I always brake fluid flush, so I'm just going to use the one I have. But I probably should have went stainless, because now that you said that, something dumb will happen and I'll rust on me or something. We had a little bit on our Slade, but not a lot. Yeah, and it's amazing because, obviously I've been raised in PA my whole entire very long life, and I'm not used to cars like that, and the Arizona one to me, the interior being smoked, I was like, okay, that's a lot of high heat, son, what have you. But I was amazed when I could not believe how solid that car was. I've never seen anything like that out of a Beetle. Baja BM, Utah, close to Arizona border. And I got 70 just a few months ago, day after Xmas. What an awesome find. Oh, yeah, Toby, there's no doubt about that. absolutely for that price was a great find. I missed my 7Q set of 25-gallon tank filled 2 times a month on 20-gallon fill in a nice week. Annoying rather than a big tank, had them $100 and be done for the month. Yeah, ours is at 26-gallon, and it's like, ugh, with gas high right now, excuse me, it's just really a pain in the butt to fill up. And we go through about a tank a week, you know. And Rick, good night. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate that very much. And I hope you have a great Easter. And gas in California, about $5. Yeah, I got 2 friends in Cal that told me that is about the going rate for the 87 octane. Hopefully that comes down soon. What will he say? Willie's my buddy that's 40 minutes away. Commonwealth is primarily a symbolic, emphasizing the idea of government that exists to serve the people and is founded on the principles of equality and free participation. Why does everybody tell me because of, like when I say something about taxes, they go, that's because you're a Commonwealth. I think they're misunderstanding something then. Gas price has been hanging around $2.99 for a while. It does go up and down. Ours went down immediately a few months ago, like 30 or 40 cents, and then jumped right back up again. Hey, Tim, good night. Happy Easter, brother. I hope you have a really great holiday weekend. Craig Casey, welcome in. I appreciate you, mate. And your channel is wonderful. Thanks for what you do. I'm from Australia and 2 weeks away from a complete restoration of my 71 Super. Greetings from Gosford, and that is near Sydney. And welcome in, mate. Thank you for being here, Craig, and thank you for the kind words. I'm really happy these videos help folks. I really mean that. And 3M wake-ups all week kick my rear. Well, Tim, you're 29. Wait till you turn 30. Uh-huh. Have a good weekend, brother. You start getting late. And there we go. I'm trying to catch up in the chat real quick. It looks like I purchased my bug from, put a rubber fuel line pump all the way up to the tank. It's not rubbing. Should be a problem, or should I go still? Go still, Rick. I that's just my opinion, but don't. That's too far for that rubber line to be running. I pressure tested my line and cleaned it one inside the tunnel, and I still might run a new line. If I do, I'm going in through the heater channel, not inside of it, but I'll be doing a video on that if I do go that direction, and that will be in within the next few weeks to get it out of the way. We are 309 average out here. Oh, average. Yeah, I mean, the gas station, like 10 miles away. I don't want to drive all the way over there just to get gas. And Lisa, happy Easter to you. 566 here for Beetle fuel. Ooh. Oh, wait, are you doing non-ethanol, Lord Mark? I think. I just got a Freightliner for my business, and I believe I could see the fuel gauge drop as I drive. I believe you, Bandito. This whole fuel thing is not very much fun. I know that. Someone from Australia. That's cool. Welcome, Craig. Yeah, we have on ethanol free. I kind of figured, you know what? I'll check when I'm out Sunday, because the gas station up the street from me, fueling station, he has some pumps around back, and he has diesel racing fuel, which obviously I don't need, but he has non-ethanol fuel. I'm going to check the price on it, and I'll know next week when I come in here. I'm curious now. You know, and I'm kind of one of them guys that don't trust anything. So if I buy non-ethanol fuel there, I'm finding a way to test it just out of curiosity. But I think you can get in a lot of trouble for that. So it probably is ethanol free. But I'm weird that way. I don't trust stuff, you know. I don't use water gas. Yeah, I can understand. I agree 100%. You guys have a good Easter weekend. Good night, Rod. You have a great Easter weekend. And don't overfill on food on Sunday. I'll do that for you. My Ashland truck gets 7.3 miles to the gallon. Geez, and I feel bad about 19. Brake hoses, fuel lines, always run still where you can. Hose is only supposed to be where there is flex. Yeah, just for connections. You can make your own ethanol free. Just need the cans and time. I don't know what that costs near me, Willie. The guy up the road sells it. He's been there for years. I run ethanol-free in my air-cooled engines and lawnmowers. Solved a lot of issues. Oh, I bet it did, Brian. I bet it did, brother. Commonwealth? Sounds like wealth isn't that common in government living at the expense of the citizens. They always do everywhere, sadly. I mean, bring on the pickled eggs. Yeah, my daughter put in a request. My wife always makes everything, obviously, but I always do something a little different with the deviled eggs. My daughter's like, please have Dad make his deviled eggs. And it's funny how if you're eating, like, if Heather asks me, how many eggs you want for breakfast, and I don't know, 3, 4. I'm a pig. But then it's like somebody says, how many deviled eggs you want? 36. What I do is I use Dijonnaise in the deviled eggs. And, I'll start talking about food. I got to stop. Ethanol free anywhere near us. Wish there were. Oh, that stinks. Make an LLC, hide income. Man, Willie got to talk. Do tell us your deviled egg secret. and that is the secret, Bandito. I used to make deviled eggs like everybody else did. And when Hellman's had Dijonnaise, I don't know if you remember that little squirt bottle like mustard, but it was called Dijonnaise. I whipped that in there the one time when the kids were younger and lived at home, and they were like, wow, is this good? Well, guess what they quit making? They quit making Dijonnaise. So Heather's like, I'll get it figured out. So Heather bought Hellman's or something Dijon mustard. So if you take the Dijon mustard, wow, what channel has this turned into? If you take the Dijon mustard and mix it with Hellman's mayo equally, you have the Dijonnaise. It makes the deviled eggs taste completely different. It really, really does. I really like food. I did stainless steel brake line kit, and it went good, no problems. Just tighten them down good. And ran a steel gas line right with the rear brake line. It worked great. No clamped in a tunnel. And last time I ran a external, hey, Mr. Beater, what is up, Duke? The last time I ran a, bacon bits. You guys make me hungry. I ran my steel line down the underneath of the heater channel where the belly pan bolts are. And I loosened some of the belly pan bolts and made my own little brackets to hold the fuel line, and it sat up inside and ran all the way back. And then I brought it up over to transaxle, and it worked great. It really did, in all honesty. I know the big talk here wanting ethanol free. That's why engines had lower pressure when it was low 73. Now we're running engines A+ on the street. Ethanol keeps them cooler. I heard 91 definitely makes them run cooler. I have heard about that part recently compared to the 87. I just bought a dozen goose eggs. Well, I'm glad Heather's not on here. She keeps saying about goose eggs, duck eggs, 1-3 chicken eggs, so thick and yummy. Yeah, we, I don't know if you remember this, Lord Mark, I was complaining on here. There's a surprise, huh? And we're not allowed chickens where we live. So Heather's like, I'll go get a damn goose because she got mad. But I'm rural type suburb kind of, and we're not allowed chickens. And I have a 1/3 acre fenced in, creeps. But it is what it is. There's a couple farmers around me that do sell chicken eggs though. But I love eggs. The bacon bits that's a good idea. I like it. I don't know if I have any bacon bits. I'll have to check. Mark's saying full-size bacon. I finished up welding up pan tonight, kind of excited. Oh, that's awesome, Duke. Awesome. I liked how you opened that tunnel, and I know I keep bringing that up, but I just think that's such a nice thing when you can open that up, check everything, run new piping if needed. It's such a huge difference. I get 13 miles a gallon, my Hummer 2. Wow, is that all you get, Heidi, out of that? Holy crap. Let me see. Thank you, Jamie Oliver. I get 11.2, my 3/4 Ram. I don't know what I'm getting in the Grand Cherokee. I'm guessing like 20. Like, I never really looked. I know there's that thing that you could push in the menu, but I never paid attention. I run 92 octane. The Ruby Rosebud loves it. I always ran 87 and never had an issue, but my stroker motor that's going in this one, I'll probably be a little more choosy with, what I run in it, Don't get me wrong. I love deviled eggs. I do like deviled eggs. I do. It's only on the holiday. I guess I really don't make them when it comes down to it. Besides then, these lies are bad for your healthy eating choices. We're always suggesting more food ideas. Goose poop. No. 30 mile per gallon average on EO. Wow, that's actually pretty good mileage. And there's Bob Putty. Well, everybody a little late, took the daughter out for her birthday. Oh, awesome. Tell her happy birthday. I'll see if you or Vicky put it on your wall, and I'll check it later. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome. I'm still on for about 20 minutes yet, right around there before I go. Well, it's later where I live compared to you, Bob, but I hope you ate somewhere nice and she had a really, really great time. I do. It's a weekend that I thought I would get more done, but I did get Toby. Good night. Thanks for all the support. You love these communities. Much love to you, Toby. Tell Liam I said hi, brother, and I hope you have an amazing Easter together, you and your beautiful family. I really do. I got partial to getting the garage clean today, and I got half of it done, and then I kind of hung out with Heather and helped her with a couple tiny issues real quick today. So up the garage tomorrow to finish cleaning it and get it done, because Easter, well, I won't get nothing done on Easter, of course, I get 12 miles per gallon in my 94 F257.5 gas. Wow, that's not bad, James, for what you have there. Wow. And ethanol free is $3.89 for me. All I run in the antiques, no idea mileage, never really cared for I get those. Wow, I got to talk to you, Willie, because you definitely aren't far from me. And if you're doing ethanol free for $3.89, we need to talk, brother, because oh my, that's cheap. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm doing that. Mr. Hammer, how are you? I am really glad you stopped in. And I have to say, this is just Dr. Pepper, but happy birthday, brother. I just seen his birthday pop up on my Facebook, and Mike just turned 35. He has some cool VWs. And he said, Slade, I'm not 35. Mike Hammer's been following along for a while. Really great guy. He's on our website under our member section. I run 91 ethanol free in the bug. That's all I've ever been feed since I got it good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know the ethanol free at the station up the street for me. I don't know the octane of it, though. I'm going to look when I'm out Sunday. I can't remember what the octane is. I thought it was 89, but I'm probably wrong. I'll have to look. I'll snap a picture of the machine, and hopefully he don't think I'm being weird. But if I can run ethanol free, I will, just for the heck of it. I got my new fuel lines, everything I need. I just need to probably not film everything. Like I said, I don't think anybody wants to see a complete brake line install, because if not, I can snap it all out in one day instead of 2 days worth of filming. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Same place I told you to go, Townsend Gas and Oil. They allow you to use their pumps. They usually take over 30-gallon tanks to fill. Yeah, I'll have to rebrush up on that with you, Willie, because there's always too much up here at 60 years old, and then I start becoming forgetful. Good thing I don't drink or do anything, because I probably wouldn't even know my name. But $3.89 a gallon. I guarantee when I check Sunday, it's over $5 a gallon here for the ethanol free. I get a knock with 87. Somebody said that on the Facebook group, the Slades VW community Facebook group the other day. Theirs was knocking on 87. Unless that was you, Mark. Somebody was talking about that. I leave this chat hungry. Hey, Lonnie, good night. Have a great, great Easter weekend. Thank you for being in here. Oh, I always leave the chat hungry because we all start on the food thing and then everybody gets creative. Although I've cut back a little bit lately. Probably smart for me to do at my age now is to start watching what I'm eating. My weakness is the horrible part is when Heather and I run out to go shopping or do anything, and I see Wendy's or Burger King or Eaton Park, and I'm like, you hungry? Poor Heather, because she only thinks she eats just because I'm eating when I'm out, Who's putting 89 gas in their bug? Come on, guys. Put good gas in your bug. She don't gulp it down. Keeps everything cleaner. And engine builder tweaking. I'm going to run 91 or 93 in mine. I got to see what the ethanol free is, though. The 89 RON, or I'm sorry, the 91 RON is 87 equally. But either way, oh, baby goats need their bottles. Thanks for the videos you send, Heidi. I appreciate that. I really do. And I'm sorry sometimes it takes me for a day to catch up on my messages. But have a good Easter, Heidi. I really hope you enjoy your weekend. I really do. I'm probably going here shortly. About 10 more minutes here. Because, well, I'm going to eat. And I got to get online and get some stuff done. But as you noticed, instead of Fridays now, all of my weekly videos are on Sundays at 11 a.m. It's just made stuff a little easier for me. I try to keep up in the videos the best that I absolutely can. So, I don't know who realizes this, and it's okay if you don't. There's no pity needed in it. But sometimes I film all day long, and then I cut it up so much that it's down to a 1-hour video. And editing alone can take 4 or 5 hours sometimes. So I do the best I can with it. Heading out for the evening. Good night, all. Micro, good night to you, James. And I'll check my messenger. Thank you for the photos. I'll take a look at them door handles, brother. I appreciate it. But, it was easier to put the videos up on Sundays. I can't describe it, but it made it easier for me to do Sundays, instead of Fridays. And then I try to throw some shorts up during the week now just to show you what's coming out on Sunday. And they're 20-second videos, but at least you can see, oh, that's what's coming out Sunday. I need it, I appreciate when you watch all the videos because it helps the algorithm a lot. But lots of transmission stuff coming up. I'm going to do the brake system off film because I just don't see the point in you guys watching me install brake lines unless you really want to. Heather's going to jump in on the interior, though, to do the carpeting, put the door panels on. The headliner come out beautiful. I'm really happy about that. I really, really am thankful about that. I put 93 or 95 in everything. Higher the octane, the happier the engines are, but we also like to build snappy engines. Yeah, my stroker motors run fairly well. Our daily driver, our Jeep, I just run 87. Our Grand Cherokee, that's all it actually calls for. And it's not complaining. So, I mean, it did something weird today, though. Started it and it hiccuped for a little bit and then smoothed out. Never did that before, but who knows? It kind of made my hair stand up in the back of my neck for a second because these vehicles are not cheap to work on anymore. I guess the Beetles aren't either, though. It's very expensive now, no matter what we do. But that's how it works. Peace, love, and insert your own. Nice hanging out tonight. Thanks, CJ. I hope you have a very, very nice Easter, my friend. And I'm going to head out here too, though, because I am hungry. And I know I shouldn't be eating this late. But I was outside with Heather all day and then partially in the garage. So I actually did not eat dinner. It's okay. I got it controlled. I'll eat it now. But hey, bless all of you. Love you all. I hope you have a really, really nice Easter. And be nice to one another. Be happy. And peace, love, and bacon double eggs. Yeah, you're welcome. And thank you all for being in the chat every Friday night at 9. I look forward to it. I really do. You folks are awesome. I always have a good time talking back and forth. $3.91 here for premium, 91 octane. And LP back cats, $500 starter, 6,000 engine rebuilt. Ugh. Happy Easter, everybody. God bless you all. Love you very much. And we'll see you next Friday.